A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Joining with the www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. Bring up live action from the CNFC grounds, Longdon Place. CNFC taking on Navy Sports Club. Joining with me in commentary, Hisham Hamid. Good evening, Hisham.
Very good evening, Sajid. Lovely conditions for open rugby. It was a hot and humid day, but the sun is slowly drying down a bit. So with these two teams, you can expect fast open rugby, and the weather conditions are also seemingly favorable for that.
There you go, the weather forecast for the day. Maximum temperature 29 degrees Celsius. At the meantime, wind speed with 12 kilometers per hour, and it's going to be partially cloudy in a while. It's not going to be a very good day for the kickers, by the way, as Reza Mubarak's absence, and at the meantime, Tilnavira Singha is not likely to be kicking. At the meantime, Navy Sports Club coming with their victorious 6th week against Army Sports Club for 35 points to 34 with a quick 2 tries in the final minute.
Well, yes, it was a fascinating encounter last week for Navy, and I think they have been unfortunate in certain games because they have put on a few good performances but come out second best once the final whistle went off. But last week they finally came up trumps against Army. But like you said regarding the kickers, Sajid, I don't think it will make a huge difference because CRNFC will be having Reza Rafaidin in their ranks today, and certainly Murshid Zubair, who is starting in the full-back position in expense of Reza Mubarak, who is not fit to play today. So they will have plenty of good options with the boot. And also for Navy, Isuru Kongahawatta is certainly capable of those kicks, and if required, I think Gayan Vikramaratne, the former Isipatana fullback, who is also in the bench, while Chatura Seneviratne is also a proven kicker. So in terms of that department, I think both teams have the necessary players to do the job. And also interesting news is Omalka Gunaratne, the CRNFC skipper, will not be taking any part today in today's game. He is injured. Had a small chat before the game, and similarly he's been carrying an injury for the past 2 games, and finally I think the coaching department has decided to give him a break in hoping that he can recover from that.
So that's it, the news from here, from Longdon Place, where CRNFC will be taking on Navy Sports Club in a while. We'll get back to you after a short commercial break.
Flick's first Indian television premieres.
Help!
The quest to save a life is never a simple one.
Lock it down. No one in, no one out.
Watch heroes take the wheel in Marine 6 Close Quarters. Premiering only on Anflix.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සුදු.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
Late night flicks. When the sun goes down, the stars awaken to take you on thrill-seeking journeys.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
සර්, සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින්
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
2020 action at 7. Buckle up, because this ride is going to get a lot rougher. With the meanest action comes the biggest blockbusters.
World ain't saving itself.
Get set to witness the first-time champions, 7-time champion, and the 23-time Grand Slam champion. Witness all the sets and a few setbacks. Witness this and witness that, and definitely not that. Witness the one in this generation and the ones in the next. Witness the crowd pleases, the crowd teases, the drop shots, hot shots, and the big shots. Witness the Australian Open and witness the greatness unfold. Only on Sony 10.2 and Sony 6.
Flicks for All, now in your language. Your favorite movies now come in your preferred language. Now you have the option to choose between English, Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu.
Man, badriya.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
Discipline is a skill one must master.
Your focus needs more focus.
And with it takes a master to train the Karate Kid.
You left without saying goodbye. We're practically family. You think you could just take what's mine? And I wouldn't come a hunting.
Bad Times at the El Royale, 19th January, Sunday, 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Star Movies' first time on television.
Welcome to God of War.
I want to show you some quality gameplay.
You have one chance to beat it. What? It's intense, man. It's had a rough day.
Wow, we're in the middle of the map.
Mission successful.
Connor's coming back this year. This is obviously a fight that is very important to him.
We will all witness a piece of UFC history. The King is back.
This is the perfect fight for Connor to come back for.
I'm the best of the best, and this is my space, and I make no apologies. I don't follow the leader. It's the leaders, they follow me. I'm a boss.
McGregor versus Cerrone, live and exclusive on Sony 10.2 and Sony 10.3. UFC as real as it gets.
We need to have a talk.
Young Sheldon returns January 10th on Warner TV.
This is my favorite part. Suit up.
Arrow returns in Crisis on Infinite Earths, January 15th on Warner TV.
Leaving so soon?
Supergirl returns January 20th on Warner TV.
Here's where the fun begins.
The Flash returns February 5th.
I'll see you when you get back.
On Warner TV.
ක්‍රීඩාවා සම්බන්ධ කතන්දර දැනගෙන හිටියට විතරක් මදි. ඒවා ලෝකෙටම ඇහෙන්න කියන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රමයක් ගැනයි මේ කියන්නේ. නිකම්ම නෙමෙයි, මුදල් උපයන්නත් පුළුවන්. ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන රසකතා දන්නවා නම් ඒවා නිර්මාණශීලීව රූප මාධ්‍යයෙන් ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් කතා කරන්න අපට 0777 822 777 නැත්නම් ඊමේල් කරන්න careers@thepapare.com. ThePapare.com ක්‍රීඩාවට හදවතින්ම.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவர்களின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/ThePapare Tamil.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්? 5කින්
Flick's first Indian television premieres.
Help!
The quest to save a life is never a simple one.
Lock it down. No one in, no one out.
Watch heroes take the wheel in Marine 6 Close Quarters. Premiering only on Anflix.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සිදු.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
Welcome back to the live action from the www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. And here we are with the two teams lining up to open this game. Having a look at the last week results, where Air Force Sports Club took on Police Sports Club and went down against Police, unfortunately, for 15-36. And at the meantime, Army Sports Club played against Navy Sports Club in their own den, where it is Valisara, where it's home team for both the teams there, home ground for both the teams there. And with the last minute cracker, Navy Sports Club managed to score 2 converted tries and mark their victory against them for 34-35. And CSNFC took on Kandy Sports Club and went down against them for 13-31. And Havelock Sports Club took on CRFC, the hunt for the second place of the points table in the 6th week, where CR scored 30 points to 22. Beg your pardon, Havelock Sports Club 30 points to 22 against CR. And that's the points table at the end of the 6th week. Kandy, unbeaten Kandy, playing their 7th game today at Underlights against Havelock Sports Club at Havelock's grounds. Hisham.
Well, another cracker after this game, as you said, Kandy versus Havelocks. But coming back to this game, I think CRNFC, it's imperative that they manage to get this victory here, because if they need to keep their title hopes alive, they need to come up with a victory here. It's not going to be easy. Navy will be pumped up, and they also need to start registering those wins which they missed out in the first few games. And at the moment, here we go, top point scorer of the league currently, Reza Mubarak, 58 points. Unfortunately, he will not be able to extend this. He's not taking part today due to illness. And the top try scorer, Janadri Dilshan, the former Royal player, who is made his passage into club rugby a very smooth one, and he's found fine form in the current club rugby league. And this is the previous game, Navy versus CRNFC at Longdon Place, which took place last year. The first try.
Yeah, having a look at the team cards, CRNFC, Milan Saranga, Supunwarna Kolusurya, Ashan Fernando, Gayan Dilshan, Sharo Fernando, Wajid Fawmi, Dero Dhananjay and Risit Kavi Anjana. Rahul De Silva, Kaldunan Dilariza, Rafael Dino Kamar Singh, Jandu Dilshan, and Gamul Chetia, along with Murshid Zubair, will be playing for CRNFC today. At the meantime, Navy Sports Club.
So Deshan Vimukti, Amit Gunasinghe, Chad Silva, the three front row players, Stefan Gregory, Nirosh Pereira, Gihan Pereira, Adisha Viratunga and Radisha Senaviratne making up the pack. Richie Dharmapala, Surukonga Havatta, the fly halves and the halves combination for Navy. Supun Dilshan, Sachin Besekar, Tanuja, Malim Bada, Chatur Senaviratne and Tilnavira Singha completing the starting 15 for Navy. So here we go, kick-off, CRNFC kicking off proceedings against Navy. The kick straight to Charit Senaviratne, a high kick but doesn't get the required distance. Nevertheless, he finds touch. So CRNFC will look to get their forwards rumbling here early on. Good position. Supun Senaviratne will do the honours. And also we'd like to mention once again that it will be interesting to see how CRNFC will be led today. Of course, Reza Rafaidin is the captain. A proud moment for him, the former Kingswood captain. Straight up the middle. Here comes CRNFC. Bustling runs early on. Rahu, here's Janadu Dilshan, inside pass to the skipper, Reza Rafaidin is brought down. CRNFC set it up once again. Navy having to do a lot of defending early on. Supun Senaviratne goes into contact. Few Navy defenders trying to get him to ground. He's held up. We need to release, says the referee. And that's a penalty coming. Yes, it's a penalty. The referee did warn the Navy players that they needed to release the player. And an early opportunity for points for the home team.
The best option would be going for the 3 points. Bringing up early pressure against Navy Sports Club. Reza Rafael will be taking on the kicking duties. They're doing the correct thing. That's what should happen in a game like this, where they don't have their big names in their team. Omal Gunratna, Reza Mubarak. They have to collect each and every point that they get initially.
Well, yes, I think just because of that reason, I think the teams will be evenly balanced. So these points are important. A fairly straightforward kick for Reza Rafaidin. Lines it up. The kick is good. CRNFC early lead, 3 points to nil. Just under 3 minutes played.
Reza Rafaidin, the point scorer there. Initial penalty coming in for CRNFC. 3 points to nil in the 3rd minute of this game. And this is a moment where you have to check the pressure absorbing talent of Navy Sports Club players. Good high hanging kick coming in, not collected cleanly. Position in favor of Navy Sports Club.
Well, referee will bring play back for the early knock forward there. It's not a good collection by the CRNFC player. Fairly straightforward kick, but I think the sun right on his face fumbled with it. And now it's Navy Sports Club's opportunity. If they can get good front football, they'll surely try to work their 3 quarters here. Harsha Maduranga, no, it's in fact Richie Dharmapala with the feed in. A little break by the number 8 Navy. Goes into contact. Trying to power their way through.
Release! No!
Is that a turnover? No, the ball is still available. Richie sends it out wide. Using their big men.
No!
Going to contact. Navy inside the red zone. And that is a knock forward, yes. So Navy lose the first opportunity. So it's a scrum and a chance to get out of jail for Sian FC. Joining me in the commentary box is Mahela. So good evening, Mahela. Just joining in.
Good evening to all viewers. So Navy is they want to get the points at the initial phase, but I think they have made a mistake earlier on. But CR trying to get out of jail with the put in.
And a penalty given away there. So CR and FC now will get a straightforward chance to get out of jail.
Captain.
And Murshid Zubair is about to take charge of things. So just what Navy didn't want to do, concede a penalty on giveaway possession once they got into the red zone of Sian FC, because given by the previous games, once put under pressure, Sian FC defense has not been the best. They have faltered many a time this season. There you go, Coach Dushant Luke. And a lot of is expected by this Sian FC team. They've got the players, they just need to start clicking. So an important line out here. Supun Senaviratna with the throw-in. Goes long. Line out is good. Here's Rahul De Silva. Dino Kamarasinghe. Crash ball. Goes into contact. And that's a penalty for Navy. So a chance to redeem themselves here.
First arriving play.
Chatura Senaviratna just telling his teammates to calm down.
Looks like Navy is going for points.
So last week's hero, Isru Kongahawatta, is taking the shot at goal. An early opportunity to level things up. Fairly straightforward penalty, it's just that he needs to get the distance accurate. 40 meters out. The ground is in full silence as Kongahawatta lines up this kick. Sets his sights. Looks good, is good. A well-drilled kick by Kongahawatta to equal the scores. 3 points all. So Mahela, so far both teams cancelling out each other's opening penalties.
Yeah, looks like a seesaw battle at the start of the play. I think early nerves. I think both teams will want to settle nerves early on and get some open and fast rugby. Going forward.
Zubair with the restart.
Good deep kick. Unable to find touch.
No, release!
LCR would want to spread this ball wide and gain some yards.
Here comes CRN FC through Janadu Dilshan wrapped up. The ball is available for CRN FC. Rahul De Silva once again, not the perfect pass. It's a knock forward, and Navy have turned possession. They will look to continue from here onwards. Richie with the kick. Doesn't find distance, so the referee will come back to the knock forward, and it will be a Navy scrum just inside their half. And that's something, another aspect which CRNFC will have to work on, their continuity of play. In that case, it wasn't the best of passes from Rahul De Silva. So for Navy, they'll just need to make sure they perhaps make sure that the play is on the other half of the field and put pressure on CRNFC territorially.
Good chance for Navy to get out of jail.
Bye.
The previous scrum, Navy gave away a penalty. Here's Kongahawatta, decide to run the ball ahead. Big hit. The ball is turned over. Referee says it's fine. Here's Janat Dilshan. Just what Navy didn't want, giving away possession. Good bit of play by CRNFC. Good offloading here. That's Kaldanandila setting up play. CRNFC looking to speed things up. Rahul De Silva looking for his big men. And the ball is once again turned over, and Navy now with a chance to counter attack. Not the best of passes, but still they retain possession. Richie, the number 2, goes into contact. They need to let go, not conceding any penalties. Here's Richie looking for his fly half. Kongahawatta with his left boot. Kick is straight at Rahul, who positions himself. Passes it to Zubair. Zubair, we know what he can do with his gifted boot, but that's not a good kick. Straight to Chaturaseni Viratna. But a good tackle there by Reza Rafaidin. Had he missed, CR would have been in trouble. And the ball is once again turned over. It's CRNFC's chance now to attack, and they get the penalty. Not rolling away, says the referee. Helter-skelter stuff there by both teams, turning over possession. We know what Murshid Zubair is capable of with his gifted boot, but that wasn't the best of kicks, and CRNFC got away with one there.
Decent clearance by CR, so CR would want to capitalize right now in Navy's territory.
Susupan Sanivaratna once again with the line out duties. Shan FC's line out have been good. Try to set it up for the ball, but good pressure by Navy. But CRNFC, they set it up. It's brought to ground fairly. Good bit of play there by Navy Sports Club. In fact, it's a turnover. Chatura Senivaratna once again with a thumping kick, but they've got his kick measured well enough. CRNFC, here's Zubair, goes across, doesn't find distance, straight to Tilnavira Singh. Finds space, running, trying to weave his way through, finally brought down. Richie once again looking for his big men, trying to set things up here.
Release! Back in! Get back!
Richie just needs to keep playing. Good rush defense by CRNFC, but that's offside perhaps. No, in fact it's an advantage for Navy for a high shot there. It's not for the offside. Navy with the advantage, still in possession. They've got a man outside, should have passed first time.
Stay.
Navy in their position, but they're not going ahead, they're not going forward, they're running across. And finally the ref will come back to the previous penalty for the high tackle. So both teams giving away a few penalties early on
And number 3.
in what could have
High
been
tackle.
dangerous territory.
Looks like Navy would want to get some good yards into CR's own half.
High tackle.
Decent kick by Navy. So Navy with the line out.
Well, perhaps I think this is what Navy should do.
How many numbers? Number 1, 8.
They have a good set of three quarters who are capable runners, and with the
Up,
boot
up,
of
up.
Chatura
I will
Seneviratne,
one in the back.
they just need to make sure they pin CRNFC inside their own half. Good line out by CRNFC. The contest is fair. Navy trying to rumble their way forward. Advantage, says the referee, for hands in the rock.
You, hands in
Another
rock.
penalty for
Hands in-
CRNFC.
Number 1.
In fact, sorry, it's another
one.
penalty for Navy.
Captain, number 1. Number 1.
Interesting to see what Navy would do with the penalty.
Well, they're going ahead with the line out, so they're confident with their line out. So they'll be trying to find the chink in the CRNFC's defense in line out time. Line out taken fairly quickly. But CRNFC counter it well. Ball is still available, but no, it's not available for play. So it'll be a CRNFC ball. It's the team that takes it into the mall. It's the responsibility of them to bring it out. So another opportunity lost for Navy Sports Club. And Richie arguing his case. But sometimes you just got to make sure you keep playing and let the referee do his job.
Time off.
Player down there. Looks like Sharo Fernando, who needs a bit of treatment. And also, kind reminder, subscribe to our YouTube channel, ThePapare Official. So in case you do miss the action live, you get a chance to witness the highlights and of course other videos, valuable sports content on our YouTube channel.
So CR with the Putin would want to get out of jail. So CR with the Putin. Referee is not happy about the scrum.
So CRNFC 2 with a few changes in the front row. Milan Saranga and Ashan Fernando. But CRNFC needs to make sure they get this right. Rahul De Silva with the feed in. Maybe trying to exert some pressure. CRNFC trying to set things up. Here we go, the front row players trying to get involved.
No, really?
Trying their kicker, trying to get a good angle for their kicker. Rahul De Silva needs to send this out. He does so. And finally, they manage to clear their lines, but only just. Still, they're camped inside their 22. And now Navy will have another opportunity to have a go at the CRNFC defense. They're inside the attacking half. plenty of discussions going about within the Navy ranks. It's not their option making that has been questioned so far. It's their skill set. Adisha drops it cold, but Navy still recover. But they lose territory, driven back. Have they lost it?
Get back, get back.
Looks like it's a CR ball.
Yes, CRNFC turnover. So that's wasteful from Navy. But then again, they win the penalty.
Wait, no. No, wait.
Going in straight into the rocks is the referee. So Navy will have another opportunity of planning an attacking move. Bit of hoo-ha going on there between the players. And that's Jero Dhananjaya, who was in the ground.
First knock on.
And in fact, the referee has reversed his decision.
Looks like it's a CR scrum.
Yes, he's calling for a knock forward. He gave away the penalty initially, but he's the man on the spot, so either he would have seen something else or would have got a shout from his assistant referee. Either way, it will be a CR scrum. So they have, in fact, gotten away with that. So it's been a stop-start affair so far, Mahela. The early promise has died down a bit. Both teams giving away penalties and giving away possessions.
Steady.
CR with the put in and CR dragging forward.
That's a good scrum. Good scrum by CRNFC.
CR players arguing with the ref, but I think it's wise to get back and get on with the game.
Stefan Gregory.
Looks like the referee is not happy about something. He's calling the CR player. And the referee is going to his pocket.
I think he's just asking the CR players to calm down a bit.
Heads up, one row.
Sriza Rafaidin, the stand-in skipper for today. I think a bit of chatting going around the CR players, especially the front row players. And Stefan Gregory didn't like that at all, and that I think that was his complaint. So CRNFC now with the line out. They're into their half after quite some time.
Numbers, boys, right.
Supanvarna Kulasuri, the former Royal. Number 2, good line out. CRNFC trying to set them all up.
Get back.
Navy, the body positioning isn't the best.
Release.
CRNFC
No, release.
going hard at the Navy forwards. Right, that's lost again.
Lost forward by CR.
Wait.
So just what CRNFC did not need. With
CRNFC
that, the referee
unable
will
to hold
call
on to
for
the
a
ball.
break. So the referee will call for the 1 minute break. And I think it comes at a good time for the players to settle down a bit. They've been losing the ball quite a few times. I think both teams' coaches will not be satisfied with how their teams have been going about. Of course, the Singha Under-19 Division 1 cricket tournament is currently underway, and you can catch the action of the thrilling schools cricket season through, of course, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com. Every week, all you have to do is log into the site www.thepapare.com/schools cricket for all the news and exclusive action. So 20 minutes gone, or in fact 22 minutes gone here on our clock. So it's 3 points all. The schools are deadlocked between Navy and CRNFC. The game, which started off quite brightly, has slowed down a bit. Both teams making many mistakes, especially during the breakdown and even the set pieces for that matter. And the game isn't so far a fast flowing game, but nevertheless an important in terms of context for both teams, especially CR and FC, who are really trying to keep their title hopes alive. Distant so far. Talking about the table, Candy Sports Club will be taking on Havelock Sports Club at Havelock Sports Club grounds today in the evening, and that too is live on www.ThePapare.com. So Mahila, another scrum, and I think the referee is talking to both captains. I think it's about the chit chat and the hoo-ha's going on, especially between the front row players of both teams. The referee will just try to advise both captains to tell their players to go on with the rugby, and he'll do the officiating.
Time on. Steady goal.
The referee certainly wants a steady scrum. CR and FC. Their forwards have been really ruthless so far. They're trying to exert a lot of pressure, and they'll be trying to do the same here. Try to put Navy under pressure. They do just that, but they give away a free kick, which he tries to take it quickly, but the referee isn't interested on that. Calls him to the exact spot. Chatura with a booming kick. Suber is under it, collects it well. He's got space to run into. Here's Chetia. Finds Jonathan Dilshan. Cuts back inside, but he's met with the Navy defense. Rahul looking for his players. CN FC just need to make sure they retain possession. Here's Rahul. Finds Chetia on the wing. Manages to find a small gap. Squeezes through. Rahul with possession.
Forwards trying to battle their way through. Missed a chance there. And the Navy on the attack now. Somehow collected by a CR player. Ruck somehow being fouled by the CR.
Holding on. Mark, no.
Position with CR, with the Navy now. Infringement somewhere along the line there.
Holding on. First round play.
The referee says the penalization was for holding on, so Navy with another opportunity to have a go at the CRNFC defense. Richie, and this time they'll take it short. The approach is direct, and after failing quite a few times at line out time, they go direct. Player almost through there. CRNFC just managed to hold on, and that's a try. Yes, it is. The big man for Navy does the job, and I think that's Charit Silva, the former Science College player, who does the scoring. That's the first try of the game, and Navy finally get things right and register the first try of the game.
After an error-strewn half so far, the Navy finally got things right, as my co-commentator said, and have scored just by the posts. Should be an easy conversion. Been a scrappy affair so far. Easily converted.
So Kongahawatta successful with his kick so far, 100% accuracy, and Navy take the lead 10 points to 3 the first time they're in the lead. CRNFC a bit of a hurry to get things underway. Murshid Zubair with the restart.
The CR probably missing all their regulars and finding they're going hard. Very deep kick.
Ball.
Basic error and knocked on.
Misjudgment there by Charit Senivaratna. Crucial mistake there. And CRNFC, and just like that, have an opportunity now to put pressure on Navy Sports Club. They're inside the red zone. A good scrum here. Navy so far have been the second best during scrum time. They just need to make sure that they don't concede a free kick or a penalty and get clean front foot ball here.
Just 10 meters away from the Navy goal line. And the CR should try to make something of this.
Bye.
Rahul with the feed in. This time Navy trying to exert pressure.
Not straight,
They
not
give
straight.
away the penalty.
Not straight, number
Trying to
17.
wheel the scrum.
Number 17, not straight, push it. Number 17.
It's number 17 who has been penalized by the referee.
Number 17, not straight, push it.
That's Stefan Gregory. Adisha Veeratunga, the pack leader, just trying to clarify the infringement. Zubair this time goes into touch, so it's a 5-meter line out now for CRNFC. So Navy's defense is going to be tested here.
We should see a rolling more here.
Here come the CRNFC 8 trying to rumble their way forward, still in possession. So close to the try line. Navy bring them all down. CRNFC now trying to rumble their way forward. The forwards having a go.
Get back.
They've got space outside if they require to go ahead, go on that option. Patiently trying to build the phases here, trying to find a chink in the armory of Navy.
They might go on the short side. Short side lining up.
Stay.
Ruck formed.
Same side ball.
Ball is not available, so it will be a scrum for CRNFC. And Navy survived that scare early on. But still we can see it's a bit of lack of leadership, lack of coordination there when CRNFC, especially in attack. I think this is where they miss the experienced players like Gunaratna.
It should have been a clean ball at that stage, isn't it? Because they were just near the line, and clean ball would have ensured their backs worked the ball down. Didn't happen. And anyway, the ball is still with them. Maybe trying to get a shove in early. Referee not happy. CR binding in late.
Bye.
Yeah, they're in now.
Set. Steady.
Somehow the props seem to be standing up. And the referee has no option but to retake the scrum with the props standing up. Someone's going to probably get penalized for standing up very shortly.
Well, that's been the nature of the game so far. It's been a stop-start affair. Not been the most thrilling of encounters you'd see. Both teams making mistakes aplenty. But CRNFC still with the feed in. Dangerous scrum. Rahul with the feed in. This time looking for a break. Rahul finds Kaldanandila. That's a lovely bit of skill there by the former Royal fly half. And the skipper Reza Rafaidin touches down just beside the post. So finally, some brilliant attacking move coming out right for the Reds. Skipper for the day, Reza Rafaidin. The try score on that occasion, but it all came down to that lovely inside switch by Kaldanandila. Set piece move. Brilliant bit of play by CRNFC. And Reza Rafaidin will take the conversion duties himself. Should be able to knock this through and equalize the score.
The Navy cover defense slow to cover the CR backs. Taken by surprise by the inside pass. Easily converted. CR 8, Navy 10. Navy, sorry. The deadlock now at 10 all.
Tilnavira Singha this time taking the restart duties. Just under 6 minutes left, and that's not the perfect restart. Kicked out on the full, so it'll be a scrum for CR. Centre field scrum. Given by the things how it's been going so far, they surely call for the scrum. And this too isn't a perfect opportunity because you've got the both sides open. It'll be interesting to see what CRNFC will be trying to do here.
Typical of the game so far. A kick too long at kickoff time. We may be unable to take advantage of a kickoff.
So off your screen, Janadi Dilshan and Zubair on each side of the scrum. But they switch it. But taken into contact by Dinu Kamara Singha. But it's a penalty off that scrum. So another chance for CRNFC. I think they did call for some other move, but there was some misunderstanding between the CR players, and Dinu Kamara Singha decided to go into contact. That was not the call, surely. Plenty of players making runs off the ball. Zubair with the kick to touch. Chatura Saniviratna trying his best to keep that ball alive, but to no avail. So it's another line out for CRNFC inside their 22. Perfect opportunity. Discussions going on between their 8.
How many numbers? 4 man, 4.
So Navy with plenty of defending to do towards the end of this first half. CRNFC with another line out. Sanaviratna. Here's Rahul. Sends out to Kaldanandila. Players waiting for that. That's Gerard Dhananjay who took it into contact, but the ball doesn't come out. And they concede the penalty for holding on. So Navy, once again, another opportunity lost for CRNFC. Good bit of play by the Navy defenders there.
Navy breathing a sigh of relief, being able to clear the ball, not finding touch.
Straight into the hand of Zubair, who returns with interest back to Senaviratna. This time has a go. Does find touch. And just outside the Navy half. So mistakes are plenty. And those are basic skills, especially when you got a penalty. You really need to find touch. Make sure you get an attacking opportunity to your team.
Certainly an error-strewn first half.
Rahul to Kaldanandila. Dinu Kamarasinghe goes into contact. CR set it up for a rock. Rahul looking for players. This time is fighting Supun. Rush defense, but the ball is still alive. Breezer Faidin puts the boot in. Needs to follow it up. And that's a good kick. Finds distance. And once again puts pressure back on Navy.
Navy has been spending the last 10 or 15 minutes defending their territory.
So Amit Gunasinghe now. The crucial throw in. Needs to get this right. Doesn't. Here's Rahul. Was that a knock forward? Referee's checking while the play goes on. The play is still alive. CRNFC with possession. Here's a perfect opportunity. That's Gayan Dilshan taking into contact. CRNFC with a perfect opportunity here. Here's Kaldunandila. Finds Dilshan. Lovely draw and pass to Zubair. But he's going to be taken out of play. Good bit of defending by the Navy backs.
Excellent defense. 3 players took the one right through the touchline. See, I did have the opportunity to work the line earlier. They had numbers on the right, but opted to go for the ruck instead.
But as you said, Navy has been doing a lot of defending inside their own half, inside their own 22. In fact, they've just been lucky that CRNFC have been giving away possession and making mistakes on their part as well. Once again, the line out is lost. CRNFC with possession. Rahul De Silva is in the thick of things. Gayan Dilshan trying to take possession of the ball. Was that a knock forward? No, says the referee. Still going. Almost over the try line. Desperate times here for both teams. Rahul finds Gayan Dilshan, bustling his way through over the try line. Is that a try? Yes, it is. He crossed the try line, but it was just a fact where he needed to ground the ball. And Gayan Dilshan scores the second try of the game.
Right on half time.
And like we said, Navy, who have been doing a lot of defending, especially in the second quarter of the first half, concede another try just on the brink of half time as well, and that's a huge psychological blow as well.
CR seems to have got more cohesive as the game went on, resulting in 2 tries within the space of about 10 minutes. Let's hope that cohesion continues into the second half.
So the skipper, Rizara Faidin, with the conversion. Lines it up. Kick looks good, is good. And there you go, 17 points to 10. And the referee signals for half time. Sri Lanka FC get themselves ahead just on the brink of half time after some good work early on by Navy, who just lost the plot towards the end of the first half. So half time scores here at Longdon Place. It's Sri Lanka FC 17, Navy 10.
Flick's first Indian television premieres.
Help!
The quest to save a life is never a simple one.
Lock it down. No one in, no one out.
Watch heroes take the wheel in Marine 6 Close Quarters. Premiering only on Anflix.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සුදු.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
Late night flicks. When the sun goes down, the stars awaken to take you on thrill-seeking journeys.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
සර් සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
2020 action at 7. Buckle up, because this ride is going to get a lot rougher. With the meanest action comes the biggest blockbusters.
World ain't saving itself.
Get set to witness the first-time champions, 7-time champion, and the 23-time Grand Slam champion. Witness all the sets and a few setbacks. Witness this and witness that, and definitely not that. Witness the one in this generation and the ones in the next. Witness the crowd pleases, the crowd teases, the drop shots, hot shots, and the big shots. Witness the Australian Open and witness the greatness unfold. Only on Sony 10.2 and Sony 6.
Flicks for all, now in your language. Your favorite movies now come in your preferred language. Now you have the option to choose between English, Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
Discipline is a skill one must master.
Your focus needs more focus.
And with it takes a master to train the Karate Kid.
You left without saying goodbye. We're practically family. You think you could just take what's mine? And I wouldn't come a hunting.
Bad Times at the El Royale, 19th January, Sunday, 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Star Movies' first time on television.
Welcome to God of War.
I want to show you some quality gameplay.
You have one chance to beat it. What? It's intense, man. It's had a rough day.
Wow, we're in the middle of the map.
Mission successful.
Connor's coming back this year. This is obviously a fight that is very important to him.
We will all witness a piece of UFC history. The King is back.
This is the perfect fight for Connor to come back for.
I'm the best of the best, and this is my space, and I make no apologies. I don't follow the leader. It's the leaders, they follow me. I'm a boss.
McGregor versus Cerrone, live and exclusive on Sony 10-2 and Sony 10-3. UFC as real as it gets.
We need to have a talk.
Young Sheldon returns January 10th on Warner TV.
This is my favorite part. Suit up.
Arrow returns in Crisis on Infinite Earths, January 15th on Warner TV.
Leaving so soon?
Supergirl returns January 20th on Warner TV.
Here's where the fun begins.
The Flash returns February 5th.
I'll see you when you get back.
On Warner TV.
ක්‍රීඩාවා සම්බන්ධ කතන්දර දැනගෙන හිටියට විතරක් මදි. ඒවා ලෝකෙටම ඇහෙන්න කියන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රමයක් ගැනයි මේ කියන්නේ. නිකම්ම නෙමෙයි, මුදල් උපයන්නත් පුළුවන්. ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන රසකතා දන්නවා නම් ඒවා නිර්මාණශීලීව රූප මාධ්‍යයෙන් ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් කතා කරන්න අපට 0777 822 777 නැත්නම් ඊමේල් කරන්න careers@thepapare.com. ThePapare.com ක්‍රීඩාවට හදවතින්ම.
Welcome back, folks. Second half underway between CRNFC and Navy Sports Club. CRNFC leading 17 points to 10, and joining me in the commentary box is Ricky.
Yes, Aisham, good evening.
So Navy with possession early on. So Ricky, judging by the first half, what do you think Navy has to do?
Yes, I thought CR came back well in those last 10 minutes to score those 2 tries and take the lead in this game. Navy sort of let go the advantage they had, and I'm sure they would have had a hard talk in the break, and they'll come back strongly.
Once again, Navy, fairly aimless kick there to give away position, but CRNFC now do have the ball, and just outside their 22. Here come the Reds. Lovely bit of hands there by the forwards. Sharo Fernando taking it to contact. Once again, there you go.
You number 6 off the field.
Off your feet, says the referee, and the ball is back for Navy.
Yes, CR was very scrappy, I thought, in the first quarter of that first half, but gathered themselves well in the second quarter, and I thought their ball handling was much better, played to a better plan, and they managed to keep the ball in the Navy territory.
Thumping kick there by Chaturasani Viratna. Gets play just outside the half.
Well, when these two teams played in the last season at this venue, it was a close game. CR won the game by just 2 points, 22-20 over Navy. So I'm sure we're going to see another close game in this second half as well.
Okay.
Navy with the line out. Going nowhere. Ruck is formed. Here's Richie. Sends it out to Isuru Kongahawatta, looking for his forwards position, but CRNFC, the rush defense is good. Richie once again to Kongahawatta, long cutout pass. Navy with their 3/4. Here's Veer Singha, brought down in the end. Kongahawatta now acting as scrum half. Richie as fly half. Once again the rush defense is good. Gregory having no place to go. No hands, says the referee. Richie trying to switch the direction of attack. Here's Veer Singha once again getting involved, setting things up. Richie once again for his big men. That's Saranga Milan. In fact, Deshan Vimukti. Here's Kongahawatta. That's the pass, fumbled, and here's CRNFC. Janadi Dilshan, breakaway try. Try number 7 for the season. He's been doing that all season long. Just what Navy didn't want. In summing up the game as well. Mistake by Navy, CRNFC score.
Yes, a careless mistake by Navy. They had the ball, but unfortunately CR have gathered it, and Janit Dilshan he's showed his speed, he's showed his class. For CR, he's been one of their main players, and he's delivered. So Navy have made a few careless mistakes, especially in the latter part of that first half, and now in this start of this second half, and they're just letting the pressure go off, and CR are taking the advantage.
Rizara fired in with the easy conversion. So it's 24 points to 10, a 14-point deficit.
He's taken the responsibility upon himself. Reza Rafaidin is leading today, and he's been one of their pivotal players, and certainly is doing a good job without their regular skipper Malka Gunaratna.
Certainly, former Kingswood captain, leading the side today in the absence of Gunaratna. Tilnavira Singha with the restarts. Rahul De Silva gathers it, sends it with interest. Here's Seneviratna. Veera Singh once again. Good high hanging kick. Navy needs the chasers, but Zubair collects it cleanly. His kick is charged down, and Navy collect it. They're inside the CRNFC half. Perfect position now to launch the attack. Richie switches play into heavy traffic. No way through. Ball is loose. Once again the CRNFC rush defense is good, but I think the referee is playing advantage. And it's for a knock forward, so the referee will bring back play, and it'll be a Navy scrum.
Yes, CR have managed to intercept some of those Navy passes as well in this second half, and that has rattled the Navy a bit.
So game where CRNFC led by just 7 points is now 14 points thanks to that Jan Dilshan try. And once again it was off a mistake from Navy. It's just summing up the game as a whole. Navy with a crucial scrum.
Is the referee having a bit of word with the CR forwards? So CR ended last season at the 4th position in the points table, and Navy ended at the 6th position, and they are at the moment standing in the same positions this season as well. So I'm sure CR will be, and both teams in fact will be looking to at least go one step high if possible at the end of this first round of the Dialog Rugby League.
Radisha Seneviratne with the break.
Six, high tackle.
And that's for a
High
high
tackle.
shot. Yes. Penalized.
Road mark. High tackle. Yeah, you. Captain, red number 6. Captain,
So
red
referee.
number 6, high tackle. Last warning. Next time yellow
Referee
card.
says it's just his final warning, and the next time it'll be a yellow card.
High tackle, number 6.
So this is where Navy's decision making, Navy's game management, Navy's leadership skills is going to be tested.
So there is a player down as well at the moment. Pinetted and 2. Kicks to touch.
In fact, he's kicked it out on the full. So it'll be a CRNFC ball. They'll opt for the scrum. They're just not helping themselves, Navy. Injuries mounting up. Players down on the floor. Decision making has been poor. They just need to manage the game in a much more better way, because the game is not lost. Plenty of rugby to be played. Just a 14-point deficit.
Yes, I think those 2 tries just before the halftime has really rattled the Navy side. Strayar came strongly at them, kept the ball in the Navy 22 and managed to score, and since then they have really not been able to come back and take control of the game. Sierra has dominated play so far.
And also get your brand recognized with Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. It's the perfect digital platform that reaches a profuse and organic audience. So you can build your brand through us. And all you have to do is to advertise, call or email us on the below link.
Time on.
So Sri FC have made a change. Was that called the Nandila who was taken off? I'll check.
Heads up.
It's lifting up, so Sri
Heads
FC
up, number
penalized
3.
during scrum time again.
Captain, number 3, heads up. Number 5.
You can see,
Number 3, heads
I think
up.
that is where the mistake is. Navy players, some of them want to rush things, some of them want to calm down, some of them want to have a kick at goal, and this is where the captain should take authority of his team and make sure all of the 15 are heading in the same direction. This time the kick is good, finds touch.
Yes, I think Navy should try to take advantage of this situation now, try to get a score in here. They are in the CR22. Yes, rightly said, they seem a bit rattled, and the decision making has been questionable in these last few minutes. They need to gather themselves and get themselves together as a team.
So yes, it seems Kalindu Nandila is off injured. Kavindu Costa makes his way. And Zubair with the number 10 jersey going into fly half. Was that a knock forward? Yes, it is. Loose ball, unable to gather it first time. Good pressure by CRNFC. And the game is heading nowhere. It's just a stop-start affair. But CRNFC at the moment will not bother about that.
There's a lot of support for Navy as well here today, though they are the visitors. It seems that there is more Navy support than CR support at the ground at the moment. A lot of noise for Navy, as always. It's important scrum.
Well, I guess the CRNFC's support base needs some time to recover of that defeat last week against Havelocks. Against Candy, yes, 2 top teams going on against each other, but they just faltered against Havelocks last week.
Yes, definitely that was a scrappy game, and again there they made a lot of mistakes. CR.
So Dinu Kamara Singh going into contact. Here's Gayan Dilshan, tries to do the same. Navy defense holding fort. off your screen several Navy players limping, carrying injuries. Not good signs for Navy. The kick is straight at the Navy player.
Oh, that was a good kick, and unfortunately he just could not get to the ball. Bit of a collision. One player is down once again, a CR player.
It's Kamlu Chetia who took the knock there. Heavy collision between the two players.
It's one of their more important players for CR, Kamlu Chetia. As we see the doctors attending to him, Dr. Kirial has been around a long time in this rugby scene. So once again a stop-start affair. We have seen a couple of injuries now in the last few minutes as well. CR players down. He's up and running. Seems that is fine.
So all your favorite memories on the sports field is just one click away. All you have to do, you can purchase for ₹99 from wherever you are on your mobile and PC. Sri Lanka's first online photo purchase portal. So all you have to do is visit thepapare.com/content purchase. And off your screen, Supun Varma Kulasuri is requiring some treatment. He seems to be fine. And Kamlu Chetia is also back on his feet, so that's good signs for Sri Lanka FC. So plenty of planning to do regardless of the outcome for this game for both coaches regarding their game patterns and continuity of play. It's not been a sight you would be pleased with as a neutral rugby fan.
Yes, definitely. I think Navy would have expected to perform much better this season under Matt Lee, but unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, they're sitting on 6th place where they ended up last year. And same for Sierra. At the moment they're in 4th place where they ended up last, and like you said, that last game against Havelocks was a big game. Probably, yes, they'll lose a bit of confidence after losing that game as well, but this is a game they could pick themselves up, try out some of their other players who have not been regulars, some of their freshers, and see how the combinations go as well.
We did spot an interesting lineup during the team cards when the team cards were handed over, and Kavinda De Costa is playing as wing 3/4. Rahul De Silva continues to play as fly half. It was interesting because Harit Bandara and Kavinda De Costa are the two other scrum halves in CRFC.
I think in the latter part of the Havelock CR game as well, Rahul De Silva played in that position. Rather interestingly, they did a couple of changes, and towards the end of that game, Rahul De Silva played in that position as well. So I probably is taken over starting off for today's game in that position as well.
So not even 2 phases after that incident, CRNFC concede a penalty. 52 minutes gone in this dull affair, you could say, so far. Both teams struggling to find any continuity in their play. Tilner finds good touch, gets his team inside the 22.
It's very important kick. Now they're inside the CR22. They should look to try and score here. Try to reduce this deficit. 14 points behind at the moment, Navy.
It's basics rugby. When you get into your opponent's half, you've got to come away with points. And both teams have been doing it plenty of times, giving away possession, especially Navy. Here comes the Navy line out, well collected by Adisha, pops it to Richie. Here's Konga Hawatta, and that's Tanuja, clean through. Try under the post. Tanuja Malimba, the former science centre, scores a brilliant try, and just as we said, they needed points. They come up with it, and Navy are right back in it.
Yes, that was a good play there from Navy. They got possession, controlled the ball well, clean passes, and he found the gap. Tanuja Malimbada. Important try, reduces the deficit. Conversion right under the post.
Kongahawatta easy does it. So 24 points to 17. Now Sriyan FC will need to be a bit more careful with their decision making. This will certainly put some pressure back onto them.
Kongahawatta has been spot on, isn't it, with his kick in most of the games, almost all the games. He's really done well for Navy. Got those valuable penalties. Conversions have been good. He's kept the points on the board for Navy always. He's been a very important cog in this Navy lineup.
And off your screens, Navy making some changes as well, bringing in the fresh legs. They've got the wind back in their sails now with that try. Perfect time to make the changes and get some momentum going their way.
Yes, it's a time of the game where some of the forwards will be changed. I'm sure they're quite tired. Fitness comes into play as well. So some fresh legs on the park.
So Zubair with the restart. Straight kick, straight at Kongahawatta. And Navy running from their own half. That's not the pass you want to make inside your own half with a break like that. And Navy give away possession carelessly once again. Here's Kavita De Costa now acting as scrum half. Rahul just flings out a pass once again. Gamnu Chetia collects it, goes into contact, gets back on his feet. And the referee says it's a high shot, high tackle. So he will penalize Navy. The rules are very strict now, especially after the World Cup regarding the tackle height.
Very interesting call as well from the referee. Opportunity for CR here. Opting for the penalty. It's a Navy once again careless play, isn't it? In their own territory, in their own half. Loose passes, blind passes, and given the ball away to the opposition.
And CRNFC doing the sensible thing here, going for the 3 points, just making sure they distance themselves from the scoreboard. Get this right and it'll be a 10-point cushion once again, which means Navy will have to score twice. Rizra Faidin, perfect, arrows it through the post, and it's 27 points to 17. And once again Navy will be fuming with themselves after getting back in that game, into the game rather, giving away position rather cheaply and conceding another 3-pointer.
So they could not hold on to that momentum after that try, and Rizra Faidin leading from the front for CR.
Here's Dinu Kamara Singh going through. Lovely break by Dinu Kamara Singh. Needs support, doesn't find it, decides to hold on to the ball sensibly. Here's Rahul, this time to Chetia. Here's Zubair. Dilshan slips, goes into contact. Rahul De Silva once again. CRNFC with their tails up. Rahul, here's Zubair. And the referee says it's an advantage for offside. And CRNFC will make sure they get that penalty.
Number 6, offside, white.
I'm sure our viewers would not be liking this at all. I don't think we've got an situation where we had more than 5 phases. It's been such a scrappy affair.
Yes, definitely it has been stop start. Both the teams not handling the ball well, a lot of errors, and the referee has to keep stopping the game. But once again now CR have the opportunity of scoring there into the Navy territory.
And Ifam Farid has made his way onto the park, now playing as the hooker. in possession of the ball right now. Sian FC going forward. Rahul De Silva trying to marshal his forwards. They need to get the ball out. Here's Rahul. Sends it out to Zubair. Pops it out to Riza Rafaidin. Met with heavy resistance. They're going back, Sian FC. They need to make sure they retain possession. But once again, it's an advantage for a high shot. The referee doesn't want it to be taken quickly. He says wait, but then again allows that opportunity. Not 10, so it's advantage for Sian FC. Yet again, Gamla Chetia pops the ball to Rahul De Silva. Here's Costa on the wing. Once again, another penalty. And this time, the referee will, I think, reach for his pocket. He's seen enough. Yes. In fact, it's Shara Fernando for a shoulder charge.
No. Yeah,
and with that incident, Sian FC, in fact, will still get the penalty.
Offside. Yeah,
So referee will stand with his original decision for the offside, but he did penalize Shara Fernando for that shoulder charge, and Sian FC will opt for the 3 points. And with that pattern of play, we have a change in the commentary box. Joining me is Kabir.
Hello, hi Sham. I think the Navy have actually got their work cut out pretty well for them, because I think, as you very correctly said, even from the start, both teams have been very sloppy with their play, and even at the breakdown. So I think this should further elongate CRNFC's lead.
So Riza, KK is good. Easy does it. In fact, no. He jumped the gun there. He misses a simple kick there. That's highly unlikely of him, but it happens to the best. So Navy still with the opportunity, and they find themselves in the game. It's just 10 points, but they really need to get their composure here.
Get back, all get back. Get back.
I think Navy's gone opt out to the 22 dropout.
So Sonny Viratna with the restart. De Silva, Rahul De Silva controls it with his foot, then sends it out. Here's De Silva again.
They've got hands here, but I think he runs straight into heavy traffic.
Once
then
again,
again, there's the sloppy play from CRNFC and Navy from both sides.
High tackle.
So another infringement there, a high tackle. So CRNFC with another penalty, and Zubair will certainly just put this into touch. Both teams have just been very, very sloppy in their approach to this game. The only difference, it seems, that Navy has made mistakes in more crucial areas
times,
and given away points to add salt into their injuries. So Ifam Farid now with the throw-in. Good line out. De Silva. Yes, Dinu Kamara Singh going into contact once again, trying to set things up. Rahul sticking on to the same direction. Zubair nowhere to go.
the recycling of the ball has been pretty well in this half compared to the first half, because I think the nerves have settled a little bit more, and now there's a little bit more rhythm from the CR players. But
yeah.
So quick thinking there by Konga Hawatta. Here's Senaviratna.
No, okay.
Nice pop. Finds Adisha. Brought down. Navy finally managed to come into their own half.
they're going to run a few phases now and see how they can pressurize the CR forwards and gain some territory.
Fourth phase ball. Navy
Lovely
still
one.
with possession. Navy screaming for that penalty taken quickly by Harsha Maduranga.
He needs hands.
Once again, Navy
Fans
fans
not happy
furious
with
with
the
it.
Then again, who are we to question the referee's call?
Time off.
Referee stops the clock.
Quick
To re-go through that phase of play and see what went wrong.
So referee has called for another 1 minute break. 63 minutes played. But once again, Navy with possession. They just threw away that 50-50 pass. And that's where the incident also occurred.
Actually, it's been a comedy of errors when it came to the breakdown play, because the ball actually goes on to anyone at that moment, and no one has managed to actually secure their breakdown.
First knock on. First knock on.
So Sriyan FC now with another opportunity to get away from jail. So far they've done the things, the basics right to some extent. They've managed to keep Navy pinned inside their own half.
Hurry up,
And
hurry up,
they've
hurry up.
managed
Bye,
to
bye.
feed off some scrappy play by the
Bye.
Sailors.
Then again, what I've noticed is CR has always struggled with the scrum, and I think Navy seems to outpower the scrummage.
There you go, just as you say, they give away another free kick taken quickly. Navy,
this is smart thinking.
That's not 10, so it's advantage for Navy. Well, just as they need to make things fast or speed things up here, they need to make sure they retain possession and not give away possession.
You offside, get back.
This comes up to that initial discussion we had, where you need to be very clean in the breakdowns and not crack under pressure.
Kongahawatta finds Mushin Falil. Here's Saneviratna
Lovely hands.
trying to run his way, run
back.
off from Riza Rafaidin. Navy finally trying to get some momentum into their play, trying to rumble their way forward.
Get back.
5 minutes off the line. Here's Maduranga to Kongahawatta.
CR
Here's
defense
Veera
is
Singha.
very scrambled.
Should have sent it out wide, didn't. Here's Mushin Falil. Here's should have passed, doesn't. That was a certain try. 3-on-2 situation given away by Navy. Maduranga. Do not know why he was standing there at first receiver. Almost over the line, and yes,
Try is given.
the try has been awarded. Finally, Navy. And in fact, it'll be a double blow. A yellow card.
We finally have ourselves a game now, Hisham, because now it's going to be a very tight situation for both teams, and whoever manages to maintain their nerves towards the end, I think, is going to be victorious.
And off your screen, number 20, Janit Laksara, has been sent off for an infringement when that try was scored. So now it's certainly game on. Crucial conversion just to make sure they are within striking distance.
It's a tight angle though, but then again there doesn't seem to be any wind at all, so could be a 50-50 chance for the kicker.
Well, tight angle, but Isuru Kongahawatta is the left-footed kicker. Crucial conversion. Kongahawatta needs to come up with the aces like he did last week against Army. Kongahawatta kick. Brilliantly done, curves it inside. Game on, 27 points to 24, 3-point game. And now CRNFC under a little bit of pressure, and Riza Rafaidin's previous miss might come to haunt them.
Both teams are actually down to 14 men right now. It's really going to test the defenses of both sides. And then again, I think it's just going to test the nerves, and whoever manages to keep them calm towards the end is going to be victorious. So deep kick onto the 22 of the Navy. Managing to run a few phases, the Navy lads.
Kongahawatta going across this time, but straight to the CRNFC player who fumbles it, but I think it was knocked back. Yes, here's Chetia to Zubair. Here's Dilshan, the former schoolboy stars teaming up together. Here's Costa on the wing, cuts back inside with nowhere to go. Sensible option.
Recycled well. I think they might want to pass it to the backs again, or they opt to run a few phases.
Here's Dinuk going across. Still with possession, CRNFC. They need to. Sharo Fernando and Laksara both on the bend, but they're in attack. Here's Chetia. Could have made a better pass there. That was an opportunity to make it count. Missed opportunity for CRNFC. But one of their players who was in the sin bin, Sharo Fernando, will be back in the field. So the game is exciting in terms of the scoreline. And now this scrappy affair, which has been so throughout the game, has turned to be an exciting affair. Navy with a one-man advantage as well. Harit Bandara has replaced Rahul De Silva. The two Isipatana players in the scrum half position for both teams, Harsha Madhuranga and Harit Bandara.
It's going to be a reset. Yeah, referee having a little word with the two players. I think Navy really needs to capitalize now, because this is definitely for their advantage, and maybe gain a few yards and then get the ball out.
Madhuranga with the feed in. Seneviratne trying to power his way through. Here's Adisha joining the line.
Release, no, release. Stay.
Madhuranga looking for his forwards, the replacement prop forwards, trying to work in tandem. So far, they're going sideways. Madhuranga once again looking for his forward. That's Mahesh Madhushankar looking for support. Doesn't find it. Madhuranga now to Adisha. Right. Adisha trying to go himself. Does find support, but is brought down by the CRNFC defender. Navy for once are managing to keep up the continuity of play. Here's Kongahawatta running across, brought down. Not the correct option there by Kongahawatta, but still he keeps the ball alive. Navy trying to use their forwards. They're spreading their forwards across the park. Here's Mushin Falil. Here's Chatura Seneviratne. Nowhere to go. Uses his power. Manages to keep the play alive. Here's Madhuranga. Navy speeding things up.
Okay.
Managing to put up those phases.
I have to agree, the Navy forwards have become very mobile in these last 10 minutes and really powering through the CR defense as if though of a second rower. Sloppy play there once again.
Gayan Vikramaratne almost. Good pass, but off your screen. Ball is kicked. It's in loose, in fact. CRNFC with possession.
No!
Here's Harit Bandara trying to run across. Finds his number 17. Harit Bandara. Here's Rafaidin. Here's Chetia. Shara Fernando. Zubair cuts inside. And Zubair will score.
I don't know.
Former Wesley captain touches down under the post. But the referee wants to check on something. He hasn't awarded the try yet.
If it is awarded, this might be the final nail for the
referee is consulting his touch judge. In fact, I don't think it's going to be a try. It's going to be a yellow card for number 4. That's Gayan Dilshan. It's for another shoulder charge and it's going to be a yellow card. Oh, that's just sloppy by Sian FC. You've got to keep your discipline, and especially at crucial times. That could have been, like you said,
final nail in the coffin.
Not right. Shoulder charge.
If Navy doesn't really capitalize right now, it's going to be a real problem, because they really have a really good chance in capitalizing with 13 men, only 13 men for CRNFC.
Navy with another lifeline. Veera Singha once again doesn't find touch with the penalty kick. Gamino Chetia, in fact, does find touch, but it's a sloppy kick. He doesn't find distance in that kick. So mistakes by both teams, but once again Navy will have the feed into the line out, and they're inside their own half. CNFC under pressure, and just like last year's encounter, this game is going to the wire, and CNFC once again are down to 13 men. Laksara should be in during the latter part of the game, with 2-3 minutes to play. Once again it's a fumble by Navy. It's just been not their day. CNFC, here's Harit Bandara to Dinu Kamarasinghe. Here's Dilshan, and once again the pass is fumbled. But was it knocked forward? Referee consulting his touch judge. Yes, he says it's a knock forward. Coach Liuke going ape there on the touchline. Coach Mushtaq joining him.
Up forward.
I think consulting his assistant referee. The scrum has been awarded for CRNFC.
Thrilling encounter, Hisham. Head to head, 27 points, 24 in favor of CRNFC, but still CRNFC is down to 13 men. Not the best of the moments that they want. 13 men in the field right now. Coach Liuke looking a bit depressed, but still possession in favor of CRNFC. Final few minutes ticking on our clock.
Harit Bandar with the feed in. Good pressure by Navy, and they earn themselves a penalty. Just what the doctor ordered for Navy. They need to get possession. They have a 2-man advantage over CRNFC, and before Laksara enters the field, they need to make it count. Chatura finds good touch just outside the 22. Perfect platform for Navy to launch an assault on the CRNFC goal line.
Numbers.
And Laksara has entered the field.
At the meantime, Hisham, we have to announce the Dialog View play of the match as well, but still I don't think this is the ideal time, as the time is going and the game is going head to head.
First knock on. Offside.
Well, why don't we just give it a few more minutes?
Second side.
things are not happening in favor of Navy Sports Club yet, but still you can't underestimate Navy Sports Club. But just because the way they played in the previous week against Army, they could manage to score 2 tries in the extra injured time they got in the game. Good kick coming in, but still going straight into Navy hand. There goes shows and goes. Will this be the try time? Gets caught in the heavy traffic of CRFC. Yet again, possession given back to CRFC. Murshid Zubair opting to go for touch.
Holding on.
So many false dawns for Navy. They've shown so much promise. And there you saw Gayan Vikramatne, or in fact was Chatra Sinivaratne, who made a daring break out of his own 22 and only to give away possession. So it's been that kind of a game.
Opportunities have gone beggingly for Navy. They could have used all those, and they could have used all those moments in favor of them.
How many numbers?
Sia taking their own time to come to the mark and restart the play from there.
6. Leave.
Well, it's their line out. They just need to control things from here onwards. They fumble with the line out. It's advantage for Navy. It should be Navy ball. Yes, it is. There you go. But the only problem for Navy would be a scrum, and it's inside their own 22. So they've got to run this out of the danger zone. So it's a do or die matter now for Navy.
Yet again, Navy with possession. Isipatana player Harsha acting as a scrum half here, replacing his skipper Richie Dharmapala.
Madhuranga with the feed in, needs to get this right. Navy trying to push their way forward. Madhuranga almost clean through. Navy making the breaks, but he got to make sure they're not isolated. Madhuranga off the short side. That has to be offside. Referee letting it go. CRNFC so far got the defense right. Madhuranga in the thick of things. This time the referee does spot it. Offside. Navy will need to keep this going. They do so. Good bit of hard yards there by the Navy player. Madhuranga. Once again advantage, says the referee. CRNFC got to keep their composure. Navy making heavy inroads into CRNFC territory. The clock is up on our screens. The ball is loose, but the referee will come back for the advantage.
They have a couple of advantages here. At the meantime, CRNFC still down for 14 men. This is going to be a very good opportunity for Navy. Chatra Dilshan looking to gain some clean points.
And there you go.
Managing to get the fine touch here. Long wide pass from Gamunu Chetia to Jandu Dilshan. Jandu Dilshan going through. Opportunity go on beggingly at this time.
Suicidal there by Jandu Dilshan. He could have kicked it out to touch. The game was over. He runs. Isuru Kongahawat, cross kill kick, but collected by Costa. Needs to stay on his feet. He does so. Brilliantly done by Kavindra Costa under so much pressure. And all CRNFC have to do is just kick it out to touch. Here's Harit Bandara. Dummies. Break. Zubair.
Will this be the moment? Murshid Zubair going through the line.
Advantage, says the referee.
Advantage still in played in favor of CRNFC.
Wow, what a passage of play. Mushin Falil not happy there against his schoolboy mate. Not mate rather, but former Royalists.
All get back.
But that's got to be the game for CRNFC. They just need to slow things down. Wow. Talk about finding ways how to lose a game. We have several examples there. Janat Dilshan could have easily lost that game. But luckily for him, it didn't happen. And a yellow for Sane Varatna. I think that was for the shoulder charge on Zubair. And all this happened because Chatura Sane Varatna couldn't find touch.
Team players are even, 14 all, both teams. I think referee has more time in his clock as well.
I think the match is over. That's what the players are talking to each other once they put this out of touch. Janat Dilshan finally does the sensible thing, and there you go. An eventful game, a scrappy game you should say, but the scoreline kept it close, and CRNFC winning this encounter by 3 points. 27 points to 24. It finishes at Longdon Place in favor of the red shirts.
Comeback from CRNFC by losing their last 2 games. They played against Kandy Sports Club as well as Havelock Sports Club last week, but still Navy Sports Club managed to show their colours for some extent. And Hisham, we have to announce our Dialog View player of the match.
Well, my pick would certainly be Riza Rafaidin for making sure he kicked all the points and of course scoring the try, captaining the team, and he along with Janat Dilshan was the standout performer. But I'll have Riza Rafaidin as my player of the match.
So there you go, the full-time confirmation. CRNFC, a narrow win against Navy Sports Club at their own den. The full-time confirmation, 27 points to 24 against Navy Sports Club, while Riza Rafaidin from CR becomes the Dialog View player of the match. It's been a stop-start affair for the whole game, but yet teams managed to go through those and get their stuff done correct. And there you go, the stats breakdown. 3 tries each, 3 conversions each, and the only difference, 2 penalties in favor of CR and only 1 in favor of Navy. Beg your pardon for the typo. Play of the Dialog View play of the match, Riza Rafaidin from CR and FC. 27 points to 24 in favor of CR and FC at the end of the first round of Dialog Rugby League. Coming up next, Havelock Sports Club taking on Kandy Sports Club at Havelock Park. The game will be played under lights. Kickoff will be at 6:30 p.m. And that's a wrap from Longdon Place here. CRNFC managed to go through the challenge which came from Valisara. The sailors had to do their maximum, but yet fell only 3 points away from them. So that's a wrap from Longdon Place. Thank you for being with us so far, and I hope you will also enjoy the next game coming up against Havelock Sports Club taking on Kandy Sports Club at Havelock Park. And that's it. I'm Sajid Nazmi signing off along with Hisham Hamid. Thank you.